Taping.
What's your favorite type of dessert? Apple pie, peach cobbler? Well, without honeybees, all of those desserts would be a distant memory. Yes, they may be a nuisance and make people squirm when they get close, but without honeybees, fruits, vegetables, and of course honey would be a distant memory. Recently, the honeybees population has been in the decline, and it is making a major impact on agriculture and our economy. Honeybees are a vital part to producing crops, and they sustain our agriculture production, and they support our economy as well. Honeybees may be a tiny insect, but they are a major part of our world and need to be saved. First, I will explain what is happening to the population of the honeybees and causing their disappearance, and what many benefits they provide to us. Then I will tell you how you can help save the honeybee population. The problem that the state of Nebraska and other agriculturally heavy states are noticing is the disappearance of the honeybee population. Colony collapse disorder has been a major problem in the recent years. Entire colonies of honeybees will cease to exist. There are multiple theories about the colony collapse disorder, but pesticides are a major problem. Monsanto's herbicide Roundup is a major suspect in the colony collapse disorder. With so many farmers attempting to control pests with chemicals, honeybees are inadvertently being killed. Although the Monsanto is meant to be a herbicide, in large doses it can be fatal to a bee's small stature. Monsanto's herbicide Roundup, as I said, is a major suspect. As reported by Tom Kokel in his article in the Prairie Advocate newspaper published April 27, 2012, Terry Ingram of Apple Creek Apiaries fell victim to this pesticide. Ingram realized that his bees were disappearing, so he contacted the Illinois Department of Agriculture to investigate. When he contacted the Illinois Department of Agriculture, they refused to test his honeycomb for chemicals. Soon after that contact was made, the Illinois Department of Agriculture committed numerous crimes by stealing Ingram's hives, equipment, and other features of his hives before an important hearing on Monsanto's herbicide Roundup affecting honeybee populations took place. However, pesticides may not be the only cause. Tobacco ring spot virus, a pollen-borne pathogen in plants, is another possible factor. According to Jeffrey Mohan in his article discussing causes of the colony collapse disorder on January 21st, 2014 edition of the Los Angeles Times, tobacco ring spot virus was found during a routine screening of commercial honeybees at a U.S. Department of Agriculture facility. Further examination showed that the virus infected every part of the honeybee except its eyes. Additionally, Servo Bruscini, Kappa, Monsielli, Parasini, Fidella, and Turizzi stated in their study published in 2014 found in the Journal of Experimental Biology that the varroa mite, one of the bee's predators, is another carrier of the virus. Although these mites are not harmed by the virus, they can be a carrier and infect the honeybee itself. Many people think that they are just bees. Why should we save them? The benefits of honeybees are endless. In 1 year, honeybees will pollinate more than $15 billion worth of U.S. crops, as stated by the Natural Resources Defense Council website, last updated January 2016. These crops range from apples and oranges to carrots and cucumbers. Not only do honeybees pollinate the food that sits on our table, but honey is a hot commodity as a sweetener. According to Lynn Betts in her feature article about the decline of the honeybee population from the March 2012 Nebraska Agriculture magazine, the total production of honey from the 40,000 colonies in Nebraska is about 2 million pounds per year, ranking the state 14th in production. With this amount of production, bees keep our economy buzzing. Therefore, maintaining the bee population is a crucial part of America's agriculture, and there are things we can do to increase the honeybee population. Organic farming is one way to stop the use of pesticides. For some farmers, this may not be an option. Organic farming requires more time and it is more difficult to manage. When farming organically, farmers no longer have the access to a pesticide that they can spray on the crops and all the unwanted insects are removed. Farmers must do a lot of work by hand. Labor time increases, therefore increasing the price of the products being grown. But imagine the number of honeybees that could be saved if farmers decided to farm organically instead of using harmful, harsh chemicals on their crops. Besides organic farming, there are still other options. Farmers can leave wild habitat surrounding their crops. This is one incentive being offered by the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission, as stated by Art Hovey, a writer for the Natural Resources Conservation Service of Nebraska. But the number one thing that would increase the bee population the most would be to increase the number of beehives available. With more beehives available to honeybees, the need for habitat is decreased. Many people don't realize the importance of honeybees. They affect our economy, our agriculture, and our everyday life. Honeybees are a vital part of producing crops, as they sustain our agriculture production. Honeybees may be a tiny insect, but they are a major part of our world and need to be saved. Today I explained what is happening to the honeybee population and causing their disappearance, what many benefits they provide, and I explained how you can help preserve and conserve the honeybee population. Just remember, we can't have Honey Nut Cheerios and be happy and healthy without honeybees.